We're live on YouTube, going live on Rumble. Hello, good evening. Welcome to This Day in History, aka TDH. I am A.O. Xander. We will be joined by the Golden Loon here shortly. And of course, IOYO. This show is about the interesting, important events that occurred on this calendar date. The date being February 28th. It is Saturn's Day, aka Saturday, 2026. Starting with the year 202 BC. Pardon me. Just been dealing with some congestion issues as of late. But 202 BC, coronation ceremony of Liu Bang as Emperor Gaozu of Han took place, initiating 4 centuries of the Han Dynasty's rule over China. Wow, 4 centuries. That's 400 years right there. Welcome to the show.
4 centuries is 400 years. Thank you.
Yep.
Golden Loon here.
Yep. 870, the 8th Ecumenical Council ended in Constantinople. Now we have a discrepancy here, because from the other source, it says same year, the 4th Council of Constantinople closed.
What's the 8 councils?
Yeah.
How many hundreds of years, thousands of years ago?
1,000 some odd, you know.
Yeah.
Whatever 2025 or 2026 minus...
Less than 2,000.
Yeah.
Barely. 25? Yeah, where last year would have been whatever.
No, it's 870.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one.
Yeah. 1525 here, Aztec King Cuauhtémoc was executed on the order of Conquistador Hernan Cortez.
Ooh.
1646, Roger Scott was tried. Ooh. Yeah, was tried in Massachusetts for sleeping in church. That sounds like something we would do.
Oh man, how many people would go to jail today?
Yeah, and actually, this was from the Han Dynasty thing that we covered. So,
okay.
Yeah, right out of the bat, I had a picture that I missed. 1653, between now and March 3rd, we have a 3-day sea battle. In the English defeated the Dutch. A 3-day sea battle, like what? Like do they fight?
Yeah, keep firing each other until someone sinks.
For 3 solid days, though.
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, we don't know what the armada was on each side.
Yeah. 1700 today was followed by March 1st in Sweden, thus creating the Swedish calendar. All right. Well, today is also followed by March 1st in California.
Yeah.
1704, Frenchman Elias New opened a school for blacks in New York City. Well, they're getting something, like it's better than nothing. Yeah, so we're going in the right direction with that, at least. We also have Indians attacked Deerfield, Massachusetts, killing 40 and kidnapping 100. Yikes. 1710, in the Battle of Helensburgh, 14,000 Danish invaders under Jørgen Rantzau were decisively defeated by an equally sized Swedish force under Magnus Stenbock. All right. 1730, Russian Empress Anna Ivanovna revoked the conditions and dissolved the Privy Council, reinstituting autocracy. That doesn't sound nice. What else do we got here? 1759, Pope Clement XIII, allowed the Bible to be translated into various languages.
Yeah, you're kind of struggling.
Yeah, no, I'm...
You got congestion?
Yeah, I do.
You want to take 5?
Well, not when the camera's rolling.
Well, you put it on pause.
Well, I can't. Once you're on, you're on.
Okay, true.
Well, maybe there is a wave, I'm not sure.
I'll do a little tap dance.
1778, Rhode Island General Assembly authorized enlistment of slaves. Okay, well, I guess they don't have a choice, though.
Enlisting slaves for what, though?
Well, war. This is 1778, so this is during the Revolution.
Okay, yeah.
1787, the charter establishing the institution now known as the University of Pittsburgh was granted. All right. Okay. 1800s now, 1804, Charles Pichegru, French army general and royalist who plotted to overthrow Napoleon in the Pichegru conspiracy, was arrested. Yep. 1810, the first U.S. fire insurance joint stock company was organized in Philadelphia. Mm-hmm. And that's what we have here. This is a rather elaborate advertisement, but look at all that. Republic Fire Insurance Company, trustees, Robert S. Boone, and a whole bunch of lists here. Some more trustees on the other side. 16th Wall Street in New York. It says here the Pioneer, by the charter, cash capital, $150,000, surplus over $150,000. A whole bunch of stuff. I'm not sure what all that stuff means, but cool. 2 centuries ago, 1826, Biela's comet was rediscovered by Austrian astronomer Wilhelm von Biela, originally discovered in 1772. So, Why, if we knew when it was discovered originally, why are we still naming it after the guy who rediscovered it? Why not?
Good point.
Unless the guy who discovered it wasn't named, but we know when it was discovered, but not by whom.
Well, that's true too.
Yeah. 1827, the first commercial railroad in the U.S., the Baltimore and Ohio B&O, was chartered. A lot of people don't really know that about,
Stinks, B.O.
Yeah. Well, no, like that's from the Monopoly game. The B&O Railroad.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
B&O.
Yeah, the Reading Railroad, the B&O Railroad, and
my God, yes.
two others that I don't really remember. I'm just
two of them out of your head's darn good.
Well, I'm just mildly autistic. So, 1838, Robert Nelson, leader of the Patriots, proclaimed the independence of Lower Canada, today Quebec. All right.
Independence from the French, it must be, huh?
I guess so. Yeah. 1844, a 12-inch gun aboard the USS Princeton exploded, killing U.S. Secretary of State Abel P. Upshur, Secretary of the Navy Thomas Gilmore, and other high-ranking federal officials. From the other source, it says a gun exploded on board the steam warship USS Princeton during a pleasure cruise down the Potomac River, killing 6, including Secretary of State Abel Upshur. President John Tyler, who was also on board, was not injured from the blast. So the President of the United States was on board when it exploded? That'd be pretty crazy right there.
Very.
But yeah, here we have a... that has to be a photograph or something, but I'm not sure from... No, wait a minute. This is 1944. This is wrong. Yeah, this is 1844, not 1944. So this is absolutely incorrect. But here, I have another picture. Oh man, I used the wrong photo in the thumbnail. That's unfortunate. Anyway, it shows here the gun exploding. You can see right there, it just fractured right in the middle of the barrel. Well, that's absolutely nuts. What else do we have here? 1847, U.S. forces numbering less than 1,000 defeated a larger Mexico force in the Battle of Sacramento River. Yeah. 1849, first boatload of gold rush prospectors arrived in San Francisco from the East Coast. Yep. California Gold Rush. And what was it that was said? The wealthiest men to come out of the gold rush was like the equipment sellers or something like that? Or,
something like that, yeah. Somebody who was selling stuff to them or whatever. But it wasn't Sutter's Mine where it was really discovered?
Sutter's Mill was when it first started, yeah.
Sutter's Mill, yeah.
1854, Republican Party formally organized in Ripon, Wisconsin. And then 5 years later, Arkansas legislature required free blacks to choose exile or slavery.
What? That's a choice?
Well, then I guess I believe we'd leave.
Yeah, well, I would leave.
I mean...
Put me on a boat, I'll go anywhere.
Well, that's kind of how they got there to begin with.
Yeah, but,
so
slavery or leave?
Well, no, they,
Exile?
Yeah. Free blacks to choose exile or slavery.
I guess, send you back to Africa, would that be the deal?
Well, no, I mean, that from Arkansas, like, you can probably move to another state or something.
Maybe go up north or something.
Arkansas legislator, so if you're in the state of Arkansas and you're a free black... They said either get the hell out or get into some shackles.
They're not saying shipping you out of the whole thing.
No, that's not the U.S. It's just Arkansas.
Yeah, okay.
But shame on Arkansas for that. That's disgusting.
Yeah, can't. That's history,
It's still
long
awful.
History, but history.
It's still awful. And now you and I are on the exact opposite ends as we were before. I'm saying things that you would, and you're saying things that I would.
When now? You mean
well, like usually you say what I just said, and then I defend the history behind it. We swap places is what I'm saying. Anyway, 1870, the Bulgarian Ishtarite Orthodox Church was established by decree of Sultan Abdul Aziz of the Ottoman Empire. 1 year later, we have the Second Enforcement Act gave federal control of congressional elections in the U.S. All right. 1878, Congress overrode U.S. President Rutherford B. Hayes' veto of the Ballard-Allison Act, requiring the Treasury to buy a certain amount of silver and put it into circulation as silver dollars. I think that would have been good. Like, have some kind of something circulating.
Yeah, probably the cost would have been not too healthy for the government. It
well,
cost them a bunch
at the same time, what's stopping somebody from just collecting them and not keeping them circulating?
Keeping out of circulation.
Yeah, anyway. 1878, this says U.S. Congress authorized large-size silver certificates. So instead of actual silver, they have certificates.
Yeah.
So these two have to be connected.
And it was a big bill. Yeah.
Yeah, connected. So I want to know if those are connected. 1879, we have the Exodus of 1879. Southern blacks fled political and economic exploitation. Good. Or fled. Good. Get the hell out of there. Like, save yourselves. 1882, first U.S. college cooperative store opened at Harvard University.
A co-op.
All right. And we also have the first U.S. vaudeville theater opened in Boston, Massachusetts, 1 year after that.
What was it?
Vaudeville.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. 1890, first U.S. Naval state naval militia, the Massachusetts Battalion, was organized. So now you have militia in the ocean. 1893, Edward Arkansas, Pennsylvania, patented an abrasive he named carbondunium silicon carbide. It's telling me to look that up, and actually, here's a picture of the gold rush.
Okay.
So I'm gonna see if.
What's this other thing?
That
looks like oil.
Yeah, that's some kind of statue or something. This other thing, let's see here. Discovery. Oh, why is it so small? Hold on a second. Why is it so small? What the hell? Okay, let's see if this is going to tell me. Oh, this is a whole thing. Okay. So that's... Okay, these are part of a PowerPoint presentation. Let's see if this will tell me anything. There we go. In 1891, Edward G. Asian produced a small amount of silicon carbide while conducting experiments with the aim of obtaining a hard material from the reaction of clay and carbon. He passed a strong electric current from a carbon electrode through a mixture of clay and coke contained in an iron bowl, which served as the second electrode. Asian recognized the abrasive value of the crystals obtained, had them analyzed, found the formula to be SiC, incorporated the Carbondurmium Company in September of 1891, and filed application for a patent on May 10th, 1892. All right.
I wonder what's his value as he's looking at that abrasiveness.
It's just
sandpaper.
Maybe sandpaper. Maybe sandblasting.
Yeah.
So
no, I don't want to guess. Move on.
Well, let's see here. Has been mass produced since 1893 for use as an abrasive. Grains of silicon carbide can be bonded together by sintering to form very hard ceramics that are widely used in applications. I have no idea. So, if anyone can let us know, though, what this is used for, that'd be great. Tell us in the comment section. 1896, France dismissed Queen Rana Valana III of Madagascar and exiled her to the island of Reunion. All right. Moving on up to the 1900s now, 1909. First National Women's Day was observed in the United States, organized by the Socialist Party of America in honor of the 1908 government workers' strike in New York, or garment workers' strike in New York, where women protested against working conditions. All right. 1914, construction began on the Tower of Jewels for the San Francisco exhibition, and that's what this is. This is the scaffolding framing the Tower of Jewels. So this is the scaffolding and all that stuff to do that, but what does it look like when it was done? Well, I shall take you there.
Ooh.
Look at that. That definitely is the Tower of Jewels. See if I can get a better picture.
It looks like the Los Angeles City Hall.
Kind of, but...
a little bit. Not much, but...
no, this is some kind of park. Look, see that huge open area?
Yeah.
So this is...
That's the entrance.
Yeah. You know, I'm gonna see if I can find it. Maps. Tower of Jewels. Let's see if it even still exists. Tower of Jewels. Manufacturing and Design Company, no. Tower of Jewels, San Francisco. Is it gonna take me there? Alright. The Art of Jewels. No, that's something else. Is that the same thing? No, it's just a company. So yeah, I guess it's gone now because that was for an exposition.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's a pretty major building for temporary.
Well, that's why a lot of people have, like, I brought up the Great Reset, Mud Flood, the Tartaria, all that stuff before. That's what I'm talking about. There's been so many exhibitions and everything that had temporary buildings that were magnificent. People believe that that was actually left over from the previous civilization, and all the fires, all the world fairs, all this teardowns was all a massive way to cover everything up and then do a global reset, rewrite history, and then a few generations later, we're none the wiser.
I don't know about all that, but
well,
okay.
you've seen how quickly things can change in the past 5-10 years.
Yeah.
You know, well, if you were some mastermind, with a group of other masterminds or whatever, you're like, whoever has control and all that stuff, they know how to manipulate people. They've been doing it since the very beginning. The Rothschilds go all the way back to the ancient Egypt. So these are people who've been, leading humanity for thousands of years from the shadows. They know how to do resets. It's just something to look into. Don't take my word for it. As I always say, use me as a springboard for your own, path of self-education. Look into it. It's interesting. Anyway, in 1915, French forces attempted to drive the Germans back to the Champagne region during World War I, gaining a few hundred yards at the cost of 50,000 casualties.
Ooh.
Yeah. 1917, Associated Press reported Mexico and Japan will ally with Germany if it enters if the U.S. enters World War I. That was the Zimmerman telegraph thing. But they're reporting it erroneously. They're saying it as if it's a matter of fact.
Yeah.
But no, Mexico never did anything of the sort.
No.
Actually, I think they joined World War I on our side. They ended up fighting against Germany.
I forget the exact story of what you're talking about.
The Zimmerman telegraph, it was Germany was sending a telegraph to Mexico, promising that if Mexico enters World War I against the U.S., so that way they occupy us. Yeah. When Germany wins, we covered this the other day. They were guaranteed Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, California, all that stuff.
Yeah.
As a payback for joining the war on Germany's side. Now, for whatever reason, they deemed it to be intelligent to, in an attempt to avoid being detected, they utilized British telegraph lines, thinking that they'd never check right under their nose.
Right.
Well, it was intercepted. Now, here's the thing. Obviously, it was intercepted by the British. It was their line. But before they let it continue to the U.S., they held on to it and used it later on to get the U.S. out and Mexico outraged. They used it as a way to get us into the war and manipulate us a little bit, more towards...
Who held it?
Yeah, the British.
The British, okay.
Yeah. So, anyway, 1920, Austria adopted a new constitution and became a kingdom again. That's not good. 1922, Great Britain issued the unilateral declaration of Egyptian independence, ending its protectorate over Egypt and granting the country nominal independence while reserving control over military and diplomatic matters. All right. 24, U.S. began intervention in Honduras. Why were we over there? You have the hiccups.
Yeah.
1925, Congress authorized a special handling stamp. What does that mean? Handling stamp?
Sounds like a tax.
Special handling. Oh, shipping and handling. Okay. Oh, some of that crap. Thank you. Gee, that's what we need is another stamp of crap. 1925, longest win streak in Toronto Maple Leaf history, 9 games. I just thought that was interesting, to put in there. 1933, we have the first female in U.S. cabinet. Frances Perkins was appointed Secretary of Labor.
No, that's huge.
Yeah. 33. On Adolf Hitler's advice, German President Paul von Hindenburg signed the Reichstag fire decree after the building was destroyed by a fire in Berlin. This eliminated many civil liberties in Germany. And after the Reichstag fire decree, the German Communist Party, the KPT, was essentially outlawed, though not formally banned, after the German government blamed the communists for burning down the Reichstag building. Yep. 33 as well, pacifist and anti-fascist writer Karl von Osinckedy was arrested and sent to Eschwingen-Papenburg concentration camp.
Ooh.
Yep. 1935, Amsterdam Hotel of the Red Line got a sidewalk permit. What is that, to have signage or something? What is a sidewalk permit?
I don't know.
Let me look this up here. Sidewalk permit. Why can't I type today? Public Works, construction of sidewalks, sidewalk obligations and liabilities. Okay, well, that's going to require some extensive research. So if anybody can let us know in the comments section, that'd be great. Speaking of comments, nope, we don't have anything yet. 1935, Ladby ship was discovered within a Viking grave on the island of Funmen in Denmark by amateur archaeologist Paul Hedwig Mikkelsen. It's telling me to look this up, but that's what this is. This boat. They discovered this.
Oh, okay.
That's the
That's
whole.
I didn't even know it was a boat.
Yeah. It's the remains of that Viking longship, or whatever, the Ladby ship. It is a major ship burial at the village of Ladby near Kurtenminding in Denmark. It is of the type also represented by the boat chamber grave of Hedeby and the ship burials of Osenberg, Borg, Gokstad, and Thun in South Norway, all of which date back to the 9th and 10th centuries. It is the only ship burial from the Viking Age discovered in Denmark. Hedeby was a Danish Viking settlement, but today is located in Germany. It had been preserved at the site where it was discovered, which today is part of a museum. Oh wow! So they built around it. Wow, so that's the raw ground right there.
Yeah. Oh.
That's cool.
Oh.
Yeah, so instead of
moving it.
Yeah, they just built a museum around it. That's awesome.
Yeah, that is.
You know, like, you don't really get museums like that often. Like, well, you know, most museums, you know, have stuff that you can move and all this stuff. But the only other museum that comes to mind, I'm sure there's a lot more out there, Libraria Tarpus.
Yeah, that's all.
They built a museum around that, you know?
Yeah.
1935, Wallace Carothers manufactured the first nylon polymer. Huh, how about that? 39, the first issue of Serbian weekly magazine Politivion Zavanamink was published. And we also have the erroneous word Dord was discovered in the Webster's New International Dictionary, 2nd edition, prompting an investigation.
Dord?
Dord. And it looks like we have here, it almost looks like someone's schoolwork or something, but there's like stamps on it and everything, so I think this is some actual documents. But like, it says here Dord, physics and chemistry. So I
give us a definition of Dord.
Or Dorcopsis, a genus of small kangaroos of Papua, I guess, New Guinea. But then it's a Dord, noun, physics and chem, density. So I guess it means the density. Well, it's a fictitious word, but it's supposed to mean density in regards to physics and chemistry. Not sure. Well, according to the highlight right there, you see, like the highlighted section. Anyway, what else do we got here? 1940, first televised basketball game. University of Pittsburgh defeated Fordham University, 50-37. We have a photograph of this.
Ooh, look at that old gym.
Yeah, but look at that. That has to be the camera right there.
Oh yeah, they were huge.
Yeah.
And what year this is, in the 50s?
This is 1940.
Oh, wow.
That was 1940.
Wow.
1940 as well, the U.S. population was at 131,669,275, with 12,865,518 black stadians, being 9.8%. All right. 1942, World War II, German submarine U-578 torpedoed U.S. Navy destroyer USS Jacob Jones, the DD-130, off Cape May, New Jersey, killing all but 11 of the 113-man crew.
Wow.
So 102 people.
Yeah.
Yikes. 1942 as well, during World War II, Japanese forces landed in Java, the last Allied bastion in the Dutch East Indies. And I don't think they held on to it. We also have the first weapon drop on Netherlands. I wonder what that means. Like,
what year?
42 as well.
During the war.
Yeah. But, I mean, you know, it's not a bombing. I mean, otherwise they'd say it's bombing. I'm wondering if we're feeding...
We were dropping in weapons for them.
Yeah, that's why I'm wondering if we're dropping in weapons to, like, a resistance group or something like that.
Exactly.
1944, arrest of the Ten Boom family in Nazi-occupied Netherlands, Haarlem, through a Dutch collaborator on charges of hiding Jews. Yeah. 47, a February 28th massacre, anti-government uprising in Taiwan was violently put down by Chiang Kai-shek and his Kuomintang-led Republic of China government, with the loss of 18,000 to 28,000 lives, beginning the White Terror. So this is in Taiwan. So,
okay.
And the previous, the secondary source used to say 30,000, but it's saying the same thing, 18,000 to 28,000. That's awful. Chiang Kai-shek, what the hell are you doing, man?
That's brutal.
Yeah, that's terrible. 1948, Christiansborg Crossroads shooting in the Gold Coast, when a British police officer opened fire on a march of ex-servicemen, killing 3 of them and sparking major riots and looting in Akara. Yikes. And yeah, it says the 1948 Akara riots erupted following a march by ex-servicemen of the Gold Coast Regiment towards the seat of the colonial government at Christiansborg Castle, where they were fired upon by Superintendent Colin Emery, leading to the killing of Sergeant Adjutant Corporal Atapor and Private Otari Lampete, and the arrest of the Big Six in the Gold Coast. And these both were from the secondary source, and this was edited. This is what it says now, the second part. So they added upon it. So I find that interesting. 51, Senate committee reported of at least 2 major U.S. crime syndicates. A lot more than that.
Yeah.
1952 as well, Vincent Massey was sworn in as the first Canadian-born Governor General of Canada. Didn't we cover this the other day? I'm sure we did.
I don't have a recall of that.
Yeah. 1953, Francis Crick and James Watson discovered the chemical structure of the DNA molecule double helix polymer using X-ray diffraction studies developed by Rosalind Franklin and Maurice Wilkins.
Double helix.
Nice. And you know what? DNA. I'm going to try to read this. Like it's here. Deoxyribonucleic acid. Hey, I got it.
Yeah.
1956, U.S. engineer Wright Forrester issued a patent for computer core memory. All right. 57, jockey Johnny Longden's.
Johnny Longden.
Yeah, jockey Johnny Longden. That's like a tongue twister. 5,000th career victory.
Oh, yeah. He was a great jockey.
Yep. 58, oh, this one's terrible. A school bus in Floyd County, Kentucky hit a wrecker truck and plunged down an embankment into the rain-swollen La Vista Fork River. The driver and 26 children died in what remains one of the worst school bus accidents in U.S. history.
But what's a record bus like?
A wrecker truck. Wrecker, like
wrecker.
Wrecker,
okay,
like wrecking, like wrecking ball.
I got it.
Wrecker truck.
I was thinking, is it carrying a lot of 45s in there? Music?
Oh, I thought you were talking about bullets.
No.
But no, like one of these.
Yeah.
Like, why not say a tow truck?
Yeah.
That's weird. Call it a wrecker truck. Look at this monstrosity.
Wow.
Yikes. I wonder what he's towing. What else do we got here? 1959, launch of Discover 1, WTR, the first polar orbit. Discover 1, a U.S. spy satellite, was the first object intended to achieve a polar orbit. It was launched but failed to achieve said orbit. Now, do you know what a polar orbit is?
Something around the polar caps.
Yeah, it's up this way.
Which
is incredibly unusual because usually an orbit is this way.
Yeah.
And that's what makes the Black Knight satellite so unusual. I think it has more of a polar orbit. But that is essentially impossible in nature for that to happen. So, like, whatever the Black Knight satellite is...
Just because of the way we're spinning and whatnot, you mean?
Well, I guess...
When you say impossible in nature, there's got to be a reason for that.
I guess so. Like... I don't know.
But you're right. It goes the other way, not over the boulder. Because
the most mass, it's because however the planet's spinning, like it creates like centrifuge and all that stuff, and it squishes. Like the most mass is in the middle.
Well, you're trying to orbit through that spin.
Yeah.
It's okay at the polars.
Yeah.
Because you're not getting much spin, but you get down by the equator, you got a lot of spin going on, and you got to go through it every time.
Yeah.
Twice.
Mm-hmm. 1960, home team United States won its first Olympic ice hockey gold medal at Squaw Valley with 9-4 win over Czechoslovakia. 1960, the 8th Winter Olympic Games closed in Squaw Valley, California. And then 61, U.S. President John F. Kennedy named Henry Kissinger special advisor. Yeah. 1966, Cavern Club, the Beatles' hangout in Liverpool, England, closed. That's unfortunate. We also have Sandy Koufax and Don Drysdale began a joint holdout against the Los Angeles Dodgers. Why would they do that?
Money.
Oh, okay. 66 as well, a NASA T-38 Talon crashed into the McDonnell Aircraft Factory while attempting a poor visibility landing at Lambert Field, St. Louis, killing astronauts Elliot C. and Charles Bessette.
Reason why I remember that. The Koufax Drysdale.
Yeah, that's why I was asking, just on the off chance that you might know.
Yeah.
Like, that's one of the primary reasons why I love having you on the show, because no, you live this.
A lot of it, yeah.
So
you get in the late 40s, I have.
Yeah. 1967, a West German court ruled that imposter Anna Anderson failed to prove that she was a missing Russian Duchess Anastasia Romanov, ending a legal case that lasted almost 30 years. Wow, she kept up the ruse for 30 years. Can you not have anything better to do, you bitch?
You sure it was a ruse?
Well,
maybe she was and couldn't prove it.
No, they found her remains. Remember?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
67 as well, Wilt Chamberlain sunk NBA record 35th consecutive field goal. Yeah. 1970, bicycles were permitted to cross the Golden Gate Bridge.
Ah.
I still would love to ride a bicycle across that thing.
I walked it.
Yeah. I haven't walked it. 71, a British soldier died in Derry after his vehicle had been attacked with petrol bombs. He died as a result of inhaling chemicals from fire extinguishers that were used to put out the fire. Ain't that a bitch? Like, 72 as well, U.S. President Richard Nixon ended a historic week-long visit to China, in which the United States and China signed the Shanghai Communique.
We had him, I don't know when it was, going over there. Not too long ago.
Well, about a week.
Yeah, about a week, I guess.
Yeah. The Shanghai Communique, what is this? See here, it was also known as, it was diplomatic document, okay, yada yada, on the last, okay, what does it entail? Sent to China for secret diplomatic relations in 1971. Okay, well, this is a whole thing, so I'm going to add this into the underbar section really quick. So, doots, Shanghai Communique, copy that, paste this. So this will be in the description after the live stream. 1973, Iraq Petroleum Company. That's weird. Hold on a second. 1973. Okay, so Iraq and the Iraq Petroleum Company, IPC, reached an agreement on compensation for nationalization. All right. 1974, Taiwan police shot into a crowd.
Were going to take it over.
Yeah.
Iraq was going to take it over from the Iraq Oil Company.
Yeah. No, that was weird. Like.
Iraq.
Yeah. Wait a minute. No. 74, Taiwan police shot into the crowd. That's not good. 74 as well, the UK general election resulted in a hung parliament. Oh, that's good for the men. Oh. The British election ended in a hung parliament after the Jeremy Thorpe-led Liberal Party achieved their biggest vote share since 1929.
Wow.
Yeah, well, I would say wow if it wasn't for this crap. So, 74 as well, U.S. and Egypt reformed diplomatic relations after 7 years.
Great.
All right.
That's good.
75, EG signed an accord of loan with 46 developing countries. What? What the hell is EG? Right here. It's weird. EG.
EU is, European Union.
Loan Convention. It is a trade and agreement between the European Economic Community and 71 African, Caribbean, Pacific (ACP) countries, first signed in February 1975 in Lome, Togo. Huh. Okay, well.
Okay, now you know EG. I don't. It doesn't help me.
I don't know what EG is.
Yeah. Kind of told us, but over my head.
Well, this is called the Loan Convention. So, like whatever EG is, they signed the Accord of Loan, which is this, with 46 developing countries.
Yeah.
So some
Sounds
of them,
like some kind of loaning of money.
No, it's Lome, Lome. It's actually Lome. They're like Pokemon. Lome.
Okay.
Lome Convention. Okay, whatever the hell that is. So I'm going to add this to the underbar section as well. What else do we got here? Minimize that. 1976, Spain withdrew from Western Sahara, leaving Ceuta and Melilla, Spanish Morocco, as the last European possessions in Africa. All right. 77, the first killer whale born in captivity was at Marineland, Los Angeles, California.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't like
Marineland.
I don't like the idea of anything being born in captivity.
Yeah.
1980, Andalusia approved its Statute of Autonomy through a referendum. Cool.
I'll tell you one thing about Marineland, because I had a good friend of mine that was the director of training there. Heck of a job when he was 25 years old, Anyways, they were also environment. It just wasn't putting on a show. They just helped pay for what they were studying and trying to do.
Oh yeah, no, like they're researching and like all sorts of stuff. Yeah.
SeaWorld down there is mainly entertainment and all that stuff. They were doing a whole lot of other stuff.
Yeah, no, like they have,
pay for it.
They have some entertainment to pay the bills to keep the lights on, but they were mainly focused on research and everything.
Yes.
So that's cool. 1981, Calvin Murphy, HOU, Houston, set an NBA record with 78 consecutive free throws. That's impressive.
That's right. I remember that. I remember the record. I don't remember him doing it.
Yeah.
Calvin Murphy, little guard.
Yeah.
Little short guy.
Yeah. 1981 as well, the People's Republic of China threw out the Netherlands ambassador due to Dutch sales of submarines to Taiwan. Wow. That's stupid. Oh. 82, AT&T lost a record $7 billion for the fiscal year ending on this day. All right.
I wonder what the hell they did. They don't usually lose money.
I don't know. 82 as well, FALN, the PR nationalist group, bombed Wall Street. Wow. Okay. 1983, we have the final TV episode of MASH, Mobile Army Surgical Hospital, aired on CBS, a 2-hour special directed by series star Alan Alda titled Goodbye, Farewell, and Amen. A record 125 million viewers watched it in the U.S.
Like that.
It says almost 106 million viewers according to the other source. It still holds the record for the highest viewership of a season finale. All right. Actually, second source states 110 now million viewers.
Wow. A lot of people.
Yeah, a lot of people.
I wasn't one of them.
83, U2 released their third studio album, War, featuring protest songs Sunday Bloody Sunday, their first #1 UK album. 84 as well, British satirical puppet show Spitting Image premiered on ITV. It's a funny show. 85, the Provisional Irish Republican Army carried out a mortar attack on the Royal Ulster Constabulary Police Station at Newry, killing 9 officers in the highest loss of life for the RUC on a single day. Secondary sources edited, it added in the second part, so okay. 86, European Economic Community signed a special act for Europe Free Trade. I wonder what that special act is, but we got to keep going for the show here. 86, if anybody can let us know what the special act is, in the comments section, that'd be great. We also have Peter Uberos suspended 7 baseball players for 1 year after they admitted in Curtis Strong's trial in September that they had used drugs. They got lucky that they weren't fired. 86 as well, Olof Palme, the 26th Prime Minister of Sweden, was assassinated in Stockholm. Yee. And 88, British television program That's Life. Surprise guest Nicholas Winton with an audience full of grown-up children. Oh, wait a minute. Is this the same one? They say from German-occupied Czechoslovakia, bringing them to safety in the UK. Hold up a second. Is this...
I don't think that's the same one that you're talking about.
No. This is not the...
There's one someone that was hiding Jews.
That is it.
Guy. Is this it?
Yeah, this is it.
Okay.
Nicholas Winton, audience. Let's see if I can find it.
And the audience are all around.
This is it right here.
Yeah,
okay,
awesome.
I'm gonna play this entire thing. Give me a minute. I'm gonna pause this music really quick. I'm gonna play this entire thing. This has got to be shown from beginning to end.
All the letters. But back here is the list of all the children. This is Vera Diamant, now Vera Gissing. We did find her name on his list. Vera Gissing is with us here tonight. Hello, Vera. And I should tell you that you are actually sitting next to Nicholas Winton. Hello.
And it was just so wonderful, so terribly, terribly touching.
Is there anyone in our audience tonight who owes their life to Nicholas Winton? If so, could you stand up, please?
But yeah, can you imagine, just being him in the audience and just, oh my god, man, I just stumbled across this. I thought this was the show that Mom loved, like the sitcom or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, I remember the name Nicholas. I'm like, wait a minute, is this that one clip? Holy crap! So. I'm gonna add that in the underbar section.
Please
right
do,
there.
yeah.
I know it's You saw me struggling to get this off of the screen earlier. Anyway, moving on up here. Oh, that's hardcore stuff there. 88, the 15th Winter Olympic Games closed in Calgary, Canada. 89, the 10th time MLB All-Star second baseman and manager Red Showmanist and umpire Al Barlick were elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame. All right. Do you remember any of those names?
No.
Huh. Well, neither do I. 89, Nevada Semi-Paladinsk anti-nuclear movement founded by Olzhas Suleimanov in Kazakhstan, initially aiming to close Semi-Paladinsk nuclear test site, which was actually closed a couple of years later in 1991. So I guess mission accomplished.
Yeah.
What I'm wondering is what the hell does Nevada have to do with this? Like, that's weird.
That's a name
Of a state?
of a person.
Nevada?
No.
No, it's hyphened.
Oh.
This is a movement. This is the
Oh.
Nevada hyphen semi-paladinsk blah blah
Okay,
anti-nuclear movement. What does Nevada have to do with it?
Maybe it's two people that have started the movement. It's been named after them.
No. The semi-paladinsk, that's not a human's name. That is the name of a facility.
Okay. Oh, okay.
That's what I'm
Maybe
saying.
it was in Nevada. No, it wasn't in Nevada.
This is in Kazakhstan.
I don't know.
Move
Move on.
91, Gulf War ended after Iraq accepted a ceasefire following the retreat from Kuwait.
Mm-hmm.
The first Gulf War ends.
That's when we creamed him on the road.
Yeah, we're creaming Iran right now. 93, gun battle erupted near Waco, Texas, at Branch Davidian compound after FBI attempted a raid. The Waco, Texas thing.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
why.
Oh, man.
This is why the citizens need guns to stop freaking. Because it was the government, the ATF.
Yeah.
Killed them.
Yes.
This is why we need to fight the oppressors.
Horrible. Part of our history.
The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, the ATF agents, raided the Branch Davidian Church in Waco, Texas, with a warrant to arrest the group's leader, David Koresh. 4 ATF agents and 6 Davidians die in the initial raid, starting a 51-day standoff. And then later on, it's believed that an ATF started the fire that ended up killing everybody.
Yeah.
Or something. There's like some kind of tank thing that they had.
Oh, yeah. It was incredible. That is the government at its worst right there.
Well, that's why we have the Second Amendment. And that's why they're trying to abolish it.
They were armed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the only reason why there was a standoff, because the citizens
seems
were
kind
armed.
of screwy, but that's irrelevant.
Yeah. No, what the government did, was completely unconstitutional. 94, Brady Law imposing a wait period to buy a handgun in the U.S. came into effect. I can understand that.
Yeah.
Okay, I get that.
Yeah.
95, Denver International Airport opened.
Oh, wow, not too bad.
Is that that big one that has the Illuminati stuff and all those?
I don't know. I don't know anything about the Denver airport.
I think it is. Let me see if I can find it here really quick. Denver airport murals. If this is the right one, yes, this is the right one. Okay. It used to have a lot of these murals have been either replaced or painted over or something, but there used to be some really horrifying murals. Right here, you can't really see it that well, but you see here a bunch of a weeping woman with a dead child, and then some guy holding an AK with a sword and
Yikes.
stabbing a pigeon, dead children,
Yikes.
and then bombed that building. This was at an international airport.
Good grief.
Yeah, so you gotta look into that. There's a whole bunch of stuff behind that. 95, the first the U.S. Pentagon announced that it monitored Iranian installation of surface-to-air Hawk missiles in the Strait of Hormuz. We also have the former Australian Liberal Party leader John Hewson resigned from the Australian Parliament almost 2 years after losing the 93 Australian federal election. All right, took him a while. 97, we have an earthquake in Pakistan killing 45, and a possible connection here because we have another earthquake here in northern Iran, which is responsible for about 3,000 deaths. And the source is edited. It states 1,100 now. And that's from the secondary source. But Pakistan is next to Iran, right?
Yeah.
So this has to be the same one.
Well, they can be quite far apart. maybe on the same fault line or something, or they could be somewhat close.
Well, it's on the same calendar date, same year.
Yeah.
So
more than likely, it's setting off at least, at the very least, another one.
Yeah.
Down the road a bit.
Yeah.
Or it's one and the same.
That's what I'm wondering. 97, FBI agent Earl Pitts pled guilty to selling secrets to Russia. Hang him. 97 as well. North Hollywood shootout took place between two heavily armed bank robbers and police officers. Man. Yeah, this you should recognize this photo.
Yeah, I do, 100%.
Yeah,
man, those guys were armed to the teeth.
Yeah, this is
with
everything,
bulletproof everything.
Yeah, no, they made their own suits, and at some point they got separated. One guy only was able to get down because he had not armored his ankles, and an officer shot him in the ankle and got him down, and then he ended himself because he had all that armor on. Once you're down, you're down.
Yeah.
You know, he ended up offing himself.
But they were,
and then the other guy in the car, I don't remember what happened to him, but I think he was eventually surrounded and then executed.
They eventually killed him.
Yeah.
But yeah, the police were outgunned.
Yeah. And, this is what caused escalation, and nowadays we have police in like military war zone level gear, just in their squad cars.
Well, that's the what do you call it?
The state of the world.
Squad or not SWAT?
No, I'm not even talking about SWAT.
SWAT.
I'm not even talking about SWAT.
I guess they are. Yeah. Yeah, I guess you're right.
Today's standard officers in the U.S. Hold on a second. LAPD. Let me just look up LAPD images. 2026. Let's see.
You have to look up riot armor.
No, it's not riot gear. It's standard gear. Standard gear. I find it very hard to believe that they're this unequipped, because every officer I've ever seen in the past 10 years, at least out here, they have a whole vest on, they have a whole thing on. That they're not riot gear. That's just part of their standard outfit. Just everyday police officers. Anyway, 1997 as well. Purchasers of cigarettes in the U.S. must prove they are over 18. That makes sense. Then we have the GRB 970228, a highly luminous flash of gamma rays, struck the Earth for 80 seconds, providing early evidence that gamma ray bursts occur well beyond the Milky Way. Well, of course, they have to. 98, first flight of the RQ-4 Global Hawk, the first unmanned aerial vehicle certified to file its own flight plans and fly regularly in U.S. civilian airspace. That's terrifying.
That's weird.
Yeah. 2001, Nisqually earthquake measuring 6.8 on the Richter scale hit Nisqually Valley in the Seattle, Tacoma, and Olympia areas of Washington State. All right. 2001, the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, the EPA, announced that it intends to proceed with implementation of tighter restrictions on sulfur content in diesel fuel. The rule was opposed by many in the refining industry.
Of course.
All right. 2004, over 1 million Taiwanese participated in the 228 hand-in-hand rally, forming a 500-kilometer or 300-mile-long human chain to commemorate the 228 incident in 1947.
I remember that.
Oh, yeah. We covered that. Chiang Kai-shek, he killed all those people.
Yeah.
18,000 to 28,000. So, wow. 2005, Lebanon's pro-Syrian Prime Minister Omar Karami resigned amid large anti-Syrian street demonstrations in Beirut. At least he got the message. 2007, Pluto observing spacecraft New Horizons flew by Jupiter. Primary source edited. Image search this. I want to see if it took any images of Jupiter here really quick. Get rid of that. We don't need that. We don't need that. Images. Here we go. I guess not. We just have photos
looks
artists.
Like as it fly by, there's Jupiter.
Yeah, but this is the thing. How is it taking a photo of itself? No. So
maybe that's a photo, and then they put that on the side.
Maybe.
Photoshopped it.
Yeah. Maybe this is it, right here.
Could be.
Yeah, it says here, New Horizons spacecraft passes Jupiter. That looks like Jupiter, definitely.
Yeah.
It's not in color, and it's kind of glitchy, but you can tell it's Jupiter. So. What else do we got here? 2008, former Prime Minister of Thailand, Thaksin Shinawatra, was arrested on corruption charges after returning to Thailand following months of exile. 2010, the 11th Winter Olympic Games closed in Vancouver, Canada.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember when they had them in Vancouver. 2012, 54th Daytona 500, rain-affected race stopped for 2 hours because of fuel on track. Matt Kenneth led for final 34 laps to win. We also have discovery of the largest prehistoric penguin, the Kariaku Grimbevi, at nearly 5 feet tall.
Woohoo!
That is one tall penguin.
Wow.
Let's check this guy out here. Oh yeah, they have a statue. So that's what it would have looked like right there. That's a big penguin.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Look at those bills, though. And I want to show something. What people don't know.
Poke your eye out.
Yeah. What people don't know is penguins have knees.
Yeah.
But, because of the Arctic and everything, they are evolved to have all their fat and blubber. They cover most of their legs all the way down to their ankle.
Yeah,
but they
not
have
the feet.
full legs. Yeah.
Yeah.
People don't realize that penguins have knees. So, anyway, what else do we got here in 2013?
How else are they gonna walk?
Well, they can have straight
do
bones
this,
and do that, you know.
Yeah.
So, 2013, the brains of 2 rats were successfully connected so that they share information.
Oh,
Yikes!
Man.
Whoa!
Sick.
Whoa!
Sick.
Wow.
So now you know what the other guy had for dinner last night.
No. I'm wondering when are they going to do this on humans? That scared the hell out of me because you know it's coming. We also have Pope Benedict the 16th resigned as the Pope of the Catholic Church, becoming the first Pope to do so since Pope Gregory the 12th in 1415. Wow. Yeah, a long time. 2016, 36 Razzies awarded 50 Shades of Grey, won the worst film, worst actor, and worst actress.
Yeah,
Good.
The Razzies, yeah.
Yeah. No, do you even know what 50 Shades of Grey is?
No.
It's porn.
Oh.
It's softcore porn. And it started off as a book, a fan fiction to Twilight of all things. And Twilight, it's a whole. You remember the Twilight series? I think you saw.
Twilight Zone?
No, the Twilight series, where this emotionless high school girl, in the first movie, it was like this vampire. I think his name was Edward. Why do I the hell know this?
I don't know. I don't need to know it.
But it's some stupid drama chick flick crap, but it's a series. The first movie is about, her hooking up with some vampire guy. And then the second movie, this other, I think his name is Jacob, he's a werewolf, and the whole Lycans versus vampires, through mythology.
Is there a third one where we can move on?
There is, where they actually fight.
Now you're gonna talk
Yeah,
about
no,
it.
they actually fight and everything. But this 50 Shades of Grey is softcore porn as a fan fiction to that. And then they made a movie. You said, what the hell? What is wrong with society? 2018, 700 illegal churches were closed in Rwanda for being too noisy and lacking building permits. And that would do it. 2019, Lost Caravaggio painting Judith and Hoffermerns from 1607, announced rediscovered in a Toulouse attic in 2014 to be auctioned worth $171 million.
Wow, in an attic. Okay.
Yeah, just up there. I mean, you don't know what art you may have. So it was supposedly this photo here. So this art, this painting,
Yeah.
just up in an attic in Toulouse, which is in France, I believe. 2019 summit between North Korea's Kim Jong-un and U.S. President Donald Trump collapsed without an agreement. Yeah. We also have YouTube announced it will stop all comments on videos featuring children because of, these people leaving inappropriate comments. Well, how about this? How about you not disable the comments? You let them make their horrible, comments, and then you notify the police so they can arrest and execute these people. How about that? Weed them out.
Don't need to execute them.
Yes, we do. They're sick. They need to go. 2020, Court of Arbitration for Sport banned Chinese triple Olympic gold medalist Sung Yang from swimming for 8 years for breaking anti-doping rules. All right. 2021, Hong Kong charges 47 people with conspiracy to commit subversion in the harshest implementation of its new security laws imposed by China. Well, that was during the whole Hong Kong stuff.
You're going to get screwed, yeah.
Yeah. We also have Myanmar security forces open fire on protests around the country, killing at least 18 people in the bloodiest day since the military coup. Dang. 1 year later, Russia shelled the Ukrainian city of Kharkiv while a 40-mile Russian military convoy approached the capital city of Kiev. All right. 2023, FBI Director Christopher Wray confirmed the Bureau believed Kung Flu pandemic likely originated from a lab accident in Wuhan, China.
Oh, finally.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
23.
No
Great.
shit. You know?
God, that's stupid.
Now, this also is stupid. Ghana, in 2024, passed a new legislation making it illegal to identify as LGBTQ+, as a member of the Alpha Mafia, as homosexual, or anything non-hetero, anything.
So they don't want to believe anybody's a homosexual there.
That's horrible. Let people be people.
Nobody in this country is a homosexual.
Yeah.
Right.
2024, Mitch McConnell announced he is stepping down, finally, as Senate Republican leader in November, as the longest-serving Senate leader in U.S. history. Yeah, I hope it never gets broken. Or at least by broken anyone inept.
He overstayed his ability.
Freaking glitch
he just
McConnell.
Got too old. And,
yeah.
Man, he should have been out of there 6 years ago. One term too many.
A turtle-ass looking motherfucker. 2024, Oprah Winfrey said she is stepping down from the board of Weight Watchers and selling her shares months after she confirmed taking prescription weight loss drugs. Yeah, don't trust her. She's a piece of shit. You know, freaking
it's not Weight
criminal.
Watchers doing it. She took drugs.
Yeah, no, of course. You know, she's a criminal. She's trying to push agendas and all that stuff.
Of course, what it doesn't probably say, part of her pay was in stocks, so it was something she didn't buy. It was issued to her as payment.
Yeah. 2024, Wisconsin recorded 60-degree temperature swing in 24 hours, with Madison registering 70 degrees, or 21.11 Celsius Tuesday, plunging to 11 degrees, or negative 11.67 Celsius Wednesday morning. Holy cats, dude. That's...
Yeah.
Can you imagine going from 70 to 11? Oh my God.
Yeah, that's a drop and a half.
Pieces of you will shrivel up and fall off. 2024, Prime Minister Modi of India inaugurated the second spaceport of India, Kulasekarapatnam Spaceport. All right. Last year, extraordinary meeting between U.S. President Donald Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky at the White House was curtailed after an argument in front of reporters. Is this the one where he was telling him to say thank you? Trump?
I don't know about the thank you part, but I can't remember exactly what it was.
Yeah.
But they were not happy with him.
Yeah. And this isn't history, this is news. So actually this should have been in the show earlier today. But I did see it.
It should be right here.
Yeah. Well, this is 2026. This is today.
So it couldn't be in the show earlier. Oh, earlier show.
Yeah, the news show. We did the news show, so this should have been in there. Israel and the United States launched attacks across Iran. Retaliatory strikes were launched by Iran against U.S. military bases in the Gulf, with explosions reported in Bahrain, Kuwait, Qatar, and the UAE. Why is it Kuwait? Kuwait. Okay. Yep. And that shall conclude the show for this day in history. Please check the underbar in the description below for any links that you may find interesting, including but not limited to all things Omni Coalition. A lot of history has and continues to be made on a daily basis. We can only bring you a portion, of what we had between two different sources. Like this whole hour, I didn't even cover all this stuff. This is just today, on this day. Please, it is up to you to find the artifacts of our history, but only if each individual reaches out with and for open mindfulness, with a yearn to learn, to see outside what you think you know, to grow, and find enlightenment. We have to find common ground with those who see their opinions differently, from our own, and find a better way to be better to one another, because I'm okay.
You're okay.
For your dose of pacifist daily, we stream at 5 p.m. Pacific Time, 6 Mountain, 7 Central, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, respectively. Please check the underbar. For all of you and all of us, I am AO Xander.
Golden Loon.
And you are you until you catch us next time, whenever that is, wherever that is. Don't forget, we have that show coming up tomorrow, IOYO. Speaking of I'm okay, you're okay, first of the month. First Sunday of the month. Happens to be the first of the month. Don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Toodles! Don't forget, I need to wait a second or two.